Hey folks, welcome to this presentation of the grant program offered to you by the Opulence Group Network. This is James Dickerson doing super fantastic. And I wanted us to know today that we are in a state of emergency. And that's why we begin this presentation this way. You know, the pandemic of 2020 has thrust us into a full-blown economic recession. And so that's traveled over here now into 2021, and we are, in fact, again, in a state of emergency, economically speaking. Businesses have been forced to close. The stock markets have taken hard hits. People who have had jobs for years no longer trust the job market, and all trust, in fact, has pretty much eroded in most people. And folks who have never received government assistance before in their entire lives or even thought of receiving any help from the government are right now hoping, wishing, and praying, and in fact, in desperate need of a stimulus. And that's why we've decided here at the Opulence Group that we're not waiting for the government to save our families. While people in DC and abroad are debating about what to offer to families, to people who are deserving, to people who are hardworking, to people with children, so on and so forth. Whatever they're debating about and whatever they come up with, it won't be enough. So the Opulence Group took matters into our own hands. And under the leadership of Ms. Montoya Christian, we leverage state-of-the-art technology to offer an exceptional nonprofit financial services and assistance program, providing monetary relief and financial education resources for individuals and families, empowering them to meet their goals. I would say that makes us a major part of the solution. The question that we have for you is, do you or anyone you know need financial assistance with any type of personal or business initiative? I mean, any type, whether it's education, people are, the average person is up to their neck or nose in student loan debt. Do you need help with paying that off? Do you need assistance with eliminating your credit card debts? Or would finishing off your car payment increase your family income by a few $100s every month? Or would you be in need of assistance with finishing your home repairs, putting a new roof on, or to start a new business, or to do what it takes to enhance the existing business that you have? Whatever your need is, whether it's business or personal, we have help for you because the Opulence Group Network is a 501c3 nonprofit who gives community funded grants to assist people with funding their initiatives. Again, whether they be business or personal. Now, if you're wondering about qualifications, I'll tell you this, that there's no collateral required. It doesn't matter whether you have assets or not. It's a grant. We don't care if you have great credit or no credit. We hope you have immaculate credit. No one is going to hit your credit because it's not necessary for this program. It's a grant. Don't worry about payback. Why? Because it's a grant. We're not concerned about interest rates or terms or any of that because this is not a loan. It's a grant. No income requirements, whether you're employed, unemployed, self-employed, either way, it's okay with us because ding, 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 you guessed it, it's a grant. And the grants range in amounts starting at $1,400 all the way up to $16,000. There's a very small admin fee that's paid, and I'll explain that in just a moment. So what makes the grant tree grow is really simple. There's three ways that money flows into the Opulence Group as a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and then it flows back out into individuals who apply for grants. Number one is we receive donations from people who become members of the Opulence Group. Anyone who joins the Opulence Group network makes a donation to help keep grant funds going. Secondly, is banks and large corporate donors. We're currently forming amazing partnerships with Fortune 500 companies, banks, so on and so forth, who will be assisting us with keeping the grant tree growing. Lastly, there's business ventures that are underway right now that have been initiated by the Opulence Group Network, and those business ventures will bring in funds as a business does, but they're owned by the Opulence Group, and as such, those funds are not for profit. They are for the grant program. They help us keep the grant tree growing. And I know you're saying that this sounds amazing, right? And you're probably wondering, how does it work? Okay, it's really simple. Step one, become a member. In order to become a member of the Opulence Group, you simply must register on our website at opulencegroupnetwork.com and view the orientation. Then you fill out the application. And then after you fill out the application, then you're going to make an initial donation to the Opulence Group Network Incorporated. When you're doing this, make sure to use a desktop or laptop computer. Do not do this with your phone or tablet at this time. Currently, we're asking that you use your desktop or laptop computer. Here's a bonus. Your donation is going to be tax deductible because, again, we're a 501c3 status nonprofit organization. So now there's two donation levels. You can come in at either the Silver Grant Program, or you can come in and donate to get into the Gold Grant Program. The Silver Grant Program is a donation of a minimum of $175. The Gold Grant Program is requires you to make a minimum donation of $500. Now let me tell you the difference. Here's the Silver Grant. The Silver Program, again, you make a minimum donation of $175, and that's going to qualify you to receive a grant for $1,400. There's a program service fee of $75, and that's going to leave you with an amazing grant of $1,325. Now, that 175 equals 1 unit of donations. So you can do 2 donation units, and those 2 equals $350 initially. And then there's a grant that comes to you at $2,800. You can do 3 units at $525 and receive a grant for $4,200. You can do 4 donation units of $700, receive a grant for $5,600 minus the program service fee, which is only $75 per grant, or then you're going to receive $5,300. Now for the gold. And remember, the gold requires a minimum donation of $500. So if you become a gold member, your $500 qualifies you to apply for a grant for $4,000. The program service fee for that grant is $120, which leaves you with an amazing $3,880. 2 units in the gold grant would be $1,000 donation for an $8,000 grant. 3 units is $1,500 donation for a $12,000 grant. 4 units would be $2,000 in donations, and that qualifies you to apply for and receive a $16,000 grant minus the program service fee, which is $120 per unit, and that is $480 to be a total of $15,520. This is an amazing program, right? Here's the other good part, that you're not sending money to individuals. It's coming to a real, legitimate, IRS compliant 501c3 nonprofit organization through our website at opulencegroupnetwork.com through a secure payment system, and is going to be made directly to the Opulence Group through a debit or credit card or an e-check. Sometimes a lot of people are coming into our system very quickly with their debit and credit cards, and it gets slowed down. Then you may have to use an e-check, which simply means you're routing an account number for your bank account to make your donation. Step two is learn while you wait your turn. That's right, it's a line. Get in line and wait your turn. We have a distribution line for people who made a donation and have applied for a grant. Now all you have to do is wait in line to receive your grant. While you're waiting, take full advantage of the content that we are currently curating, as the Opulence Group Network has just begun a system where we are offering people, master classes. There's going to be a lot of different educational programs that gives you a chance to gain financial literacy, some personal development, business strategies, investment strategies, on and on and on. Different types of information will be offered, special promotions in our back office system, in our members portal, and you'll be able to stay informed. Speaking of our members portal, is there where you'll be able to see the distribution cycle process taking place. Now, after you've made your donation, you're now a member and you've applied for a grant. You can log in anytime using the username and password that you created when you registered. You can go inside and you'll see something similar to this, where you see donor number one, that's you, moving from phase one to phase two to phase three to phase four in our distribution process. By the time you get to phase four, it's going to be time to access the letter of intent, which is in the back office portal. You'll be able to download that, access the letter of intent. It's already pre-written for you. It's a done for you system. We've already done that work. Once you access the letter of intent, please know that it is simply a document of understanding between you and the Opulence Group Network, acknowledging that the grant funds that you receive are intended to be used for a specific initiative. We just want you to tell us what the intended initiative is. And every member will have to sign and get it notarized and then submit it back to the Opulence Group before the grant funds can be received. It's really simple. People are doing this every week. Step four, the funds are being deposited. Here's the fun part. The funds get deposited into your bank account of your choice, or they can be deposited onto an Opulence Group Visa card. This is an Opulence Group prepaid Visa debit card. The Opulence Group prepaid Visa debit card is our very own card with our very own name on it. There's no middleman. We have a contract directly with Visa itself. This tells you how legitimate our program is. Your funds will be deposited there on that card that you will have sent to you from our organization when you fill out your application. Then the next thing that's going to happen is you can indicate that you want to receive your funds on the card. We'll send it to you on the card. If you wanted it deposited directly into your bank account, you provide that information, and that's where you receive your grant funds. Lastly is the receipts. Okay, now as a respected 501c3 organization, we're required to keep very serious updated records. So our members have 14 business days from the receipt of the grant funds to submit a receipt to the Opulence Group Network. This is to document that the agreed upon use of the grant, as you indicated in your LOI or letter of intent, that it was used for that particular intent. Now, things do happen where a new emergency may arise, then we'll need you to simply go back into your portal, and there you can access a blank application, fill out a new application that will give you the ability to let us know that you used the funds for something different than you originally intended. and just tell us what that is, and then give the receipts based on what you actually did. And once you do that, then you qualify to get back into the program and do it again. If you don't do it, then you're going to receive a 1099 and you will no longer be qualified to receive another grant. But if you do turn in the receipts, then you can get back in the program an unlimited number of times. Let's recap the roadmap. Orientation, application, donation. Once you made a donation, then you're going to wait and then get educated in our back office setup where you can receive information that's being curated for you right now. Then there's a letter of intent that we're going to require of you. Once you turn in the letter of intent, the funds are deposited. Once you receive the funds and you use them for your initiatives, turn in a receipt to say, hey, I used the money. And then after that, you can get back into the program again and make another donation and receive a new grant. This is amazing, right? So we want you to help us spread the word. Now, this is not a requirement. No one has to do it. But the question is, why wouldn't you? You found a way to bless your family. Why not bless other members of your family or in your friend circle by spreading the word about the Opulence Group Network Incorporated, and the fact that you found a way to receive grant funds. And as long as you maintain compliance with the program, you can continue to receive an unlimited funding source and continue to give as much as you want to give. You can make donations, you can receive grants, and this can continue on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud to present this to you. We'll be very appreciative as you put the word in the wind so that other people can take advantage of it. Now, when you tell them about it, send them to grantsgiving.com so they can view this video presentation. And once they get to grantsgiving.com, then just like you, they can click the link below this video and it'll take them directly to the opulencegroup.network.com, where they can go ahead and register and fill out the application and get into the program. Thank you for viewing this presentation. Have a great day.